The enemy's public, I gotta keep my eyes open. Pay attention, stop walking around like you blindfolded. This not the World Cup, but Nasir be kicking knowledge. This is the type of information you can never learn in college. It's time to fight back, it's no more trying to play it cool. We got interviews, podcasts, and got the latest news. So sit back and relax, we about to get it started. Earth is a canvas, and guess who's the con artist? They brainwashing us, the system corrupted. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. I said you are now rocking with the enemy's public. Hey.
Peace. This is the enemy's public. I am Bro.Nasir. Welcome to the broadcast. Peace to my brother Big Dog Philly OG. Peace to my brother King Key Norfolk. Peace to my brother King Channel TV. Thanks for coming through. Tonight's discussion, I want to speak about the Dalai Lama apologizing after kissing a boy and asking him to suck his tongue. A grown man who's supposed to be the most highly regarded and respected religious figure in India. Just know, India has a population of 1,400,000,000 people in India. And this is the highest regarded religious figure in India. Now, the Dalai Lama has apologized after he faced allegations of inappropriate behavior after kissing a boy on the lips and asking him to suck his tongue at a public event in India. The interaction, which took place in late February at the Dalai Lama's temple in Dharamshala, was attended by about 100 young students who had just graduated from the Indian M3M Foundation. The Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso, is the holiest figure in Tibetan Buddhism and has lived in exile in India since 1959 when Tibet was annexed by China. Peace to my brother, Bronze Flat Power God. In a video that has gone viral, one of the male students approached the microphone at the event and asked the Dalai Lama, can he hug him? Innocent child asked somebody who he held in high regard for a hug. That's one of the most innocent things in the world, a child asking you for a hug. And he hugged the child, then he kissed the child on the mouth. And then he stuck out his tongue and he told the boy to suck his tongue. And he tried to play it off by saying that he was being playful with the child. And in all actuality, I don't find anything funny about sticking your tongue out. And then he put his mouth near the child after he stuck his tongue out. I'm not understanding what's wrong with some of these people of God and why they behave the way they behave. I did a video about 2 years ago about a rabbi named Aaron Zion who was circumcising little boys and over circumcising little boys. He circumcised one little boy 3 times in 2 years to the point that little boy didn't have any skin on his genitalia. And he was actually selling the foreskins and consuming the foreskin as a delicatessen, actually eating the foreskins like onion rings. And I did that video about 2 years ago. And that's not, what the Dalai Lama did is disgusting, but to consume a child's private area is a lot more disgusting. But we need to be really mindful about who we have around our babies, because these men are held in high regard, and some of them are mentally ill. Some of them are sick with their thoughts that come in their heads. And I want to play this video, fair use. I'm going to play this video real quick. It's about a minute long.
The Dalai Lama is apologizing for this exchange with a young boy during a recent event in India. The child's face is blurred to protect his identity. According to reports, the child asked the spiritual leader for a hug. The Lama hugged the child and then allegedly asked the boy to, quote, suck my tongue. The incident is sending shockwaves across the world, causing His Holiness to issue an apology to his 19 million followers on Twitter. It reads in part, His Holiness wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as his many friends across the world, for the hurt his words may have caused. His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. He regrets the incident. The 87-year-old Dalai Lama is the spiritual leader of Tibet, a nation claimed by China. He's been living in exile in India since 1959 after a failed uprising against the Chinese government, which considers him to be a dangerous separatist. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Nara Matsubano.
Peace to my brother Key Norfolk. Peace, good brother.
Peace, my brother.
Peace to my brother, Big Dog
love
Philly
and respect
OG.
to you and the family, brother.
Why is this doing this? Peace, good brother.
Hey, peace and power, good brother. Salute, salute. Can you hear me good? Mic check, mic check.
Loud and clear, bro.
Loud and clear, loud and clear. Mic check, loud and clear.
Loud
Peace,
and clear,
good brother.
Peace. What do y'all think about that situation with the Dalai Lama kissing a little boy and then telling him to suck his tongue?
You know, checking into it and really looking into the details, it was real weird, man. You know, the whole way that it went down, you know, from the little boy asking, can he hug him? And him, you know, inviting him to come sit next to him, and the forehead to forehead, and it was real, how should I say it? Man, it was like on some intimate. It was real intimate, man. It was, yeah.
So it looked like grooming to me.
Yeah,
Hey,
grooming.
hey, brother. You know, let me say this real quick. That's why I don't rock with none of the spirituality. If they doing that being spiritual, they can have it. Y'all got it.
They don't look spiritual. They don't like spirituality to me. They look like some. They look like pedophilia. That's what it looks like to me. And the Dalai Lama is the highest regarded, you know, spiritual person. One of them in the world, you know, with millions of followers, and they hold this man in high regard. And this is what he's doing. There's no telling if he can do this in the presence of parents and children. Just imagine what he's capable of, in private. These are men who are not allowed to engage, so they say, in sexual activity. So when they're looking at, the innocence of a child, sick things come into their mindset. And it's outright disgusting what some of these religious organizations and these religious figures do with children. Now, again, like I said before, some of these, religious figures, they actually, they circumcise the boys and consume their foreskin. How disgusting is that? Fry it like onion rings.
Oh no, man.
And not only that, brothers, when some of these young boys end up with herpes because the rabbis are biting their foreskin off. So the child end up with herpes because the men putting their mouth on the little boys. Now this Rabbi Aaron Zion, I don't know what came with the case. I'm going to look into it. He was facing over 1,000 years in prison. But you know what they do to some of these religious figures, especially in the Catholic religion, Catholicism, they just transfer them. They move them around. Instead of holding them accountable, they move these people around. They just like the Boy Scouts of America and all these other organizations, they just move the people around and don't hold them accountable, and they end up victimizing another child.
That's right. They'll be practicing somewhere else, and these people will have no clue why this new figure is here, and the same thing will happen over and over again repeatedly. That's their cover-up process by just moving them around. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I'm with OG on that. If that's spirituality, you can keep it.
Facts, good brother.
Because
I think
it just going to affect the child for the rest of their life when they're victimized like that.
This child has sense enough, though. They say this child, start backing away, and he pulled him in again for another hug. But at least the child had sense enough to know, like, hey, this ain't right.
Oh yeah.
But the crowd laughed, though.
Yes, sir.
The crowd laughed.
A lot of children, depending on how they're taught, they be like, no, get up out of here with that. Because some people just make their children aware. And at the same time, brother, put them in harm's way. They put them in harm's way, brother. You're not supposed to trust nobody like that around your child. Don't no man, like some people come to the house and picks people's son up and take them places that's not a relative. And sometimes you can't even trust your damn relative, brother. But no man that you are unfamiliar with is supposed to be coming to pick your child up and take your child nowhere. I don't care who he is.
I don't even believe in of course I don't, but even with the Easter egg pictures and the Santa Claus sitting on the children sitting on their lap, that's a no for me.
That's a no.
Because I think they get off on that,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You shouldn't allow your child to sit on no man's lap. Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, and all that. Nobody should be allowing their children to sit on nobody's lap like that. Talking about ho, 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 and giving them a damn candy cane, all that, and that's, to me, that, I mean, all that to me is grooming, and parents are putting their children in harm's way when they do that.
I agree with you 100%. You know, just like these people were laughing in the crowd, it was nothing funny about that. And
No,
nobody stood up or said anything for this child who was obviously frightened to be pulling away and saying he asked the man, could he hug him? So obviously that frightened that child for that child to want to be away from that man after he made that remark to him. No one stood up, no one said anything. They laughed about it, and that was that. That was very strange.
yeah, it's strange. Again, I'm with my brother. Keep that spirituality if that's what it's going to get me. And I'm not going to allow my child to have that type of spirituality. It's just disgusting. And the religious organizations, brother, they into something different. And it's in, it's in the name of God, but it's wickedness. Look how many organizations have been caught doing this to children. And they're never made an example of. Not the kind of example that I would make out of them anyway. Some of them go to prison, but that should be the least of their worries if they're messing with a child like that. Prison. It should be the least of their worries. If you know what I mean. Because you're talking about somebody who's going to affect the world themselves when they get over. What we give to them, they give to the world. So we gotta be real careful what we have them around and what we give to them, because they give that to the world.
You know, I hate to, but I gotta say it. You know, they deserve a bullet to the head, man. You know, there's
Messing with a
nothing that you
child,
can do. You can't make up for it. There's no way to erase this situation. This in the same degree as injuring a person, crippling a person physically. Now you've mentally crippled this child for the rest of their life. This is always going to be a stumbling block for them. They're going to always deal with this.
Yes. I mean, luckily that child had enough sense to pull back, and he apologized, tried to apologize to the family and all that. But as a father, man, I'll be like, nah, I'm getting my child as far away from this dude as possible. He'll never be seen at this place again.
And if you play that clip back a little bit more, you'll see how the media was trying to justify it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Saying, and that's not good at all either. They're justifying what that man was trying to do to that little kid. Y'all got it.
Trying to say that he was just playing and being playful and affectionate. Affectionate. Why would you want to be affectionate in that manner to a child? Affectionate and playful. Putting your mouth on a child like that and then sticking your tongue out. That's weird. Anybody who don't think something's wrong with that, something's wrong with them.
As soon as he said the word suck, it got weird, man. Suck anything.
Yeah,
child, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
This is
You don't say that to a child.
No.
Nope.
No, man.
You don't say that to a child. You don't.
Nah. And affectionate and playful shouldn't even be in the same category. You're gonna be affectionate with your lady. You ain't gonna be playing with her when you being affectionate with her. You playing with a child, you don't get affectionate with. See, it's no way to blur these two lines. These two things don't even go together. You know he's a weirdo, man, to even say, oh, I was just playing with him. Like, Nah, you just deserve to have your head knocked off. But you know, hey, different strokes for different folks. He wouldn't have made it out of there, man. It wouldn't have
I
been
mean,
no laughing matter.
why would he take it further than the hug? That don't make sense to me. The child asked him for a hug. It should have been that and done. But he takes it further than a hug. An innocent child holding this man in high regard, only wanting a hug. Peace to the brother, Chris Cyphers. All he wanted was a hug for somebody he held in high regard. And he took it further than the hug. And want to put his mouth on a child. Wanted to tongue kiss a child. Everybody should take their child and get him away from him. Because that was done in public. You can only imagine. Because he put the child in a vulnerable position in public. Just imagine he would be more vulnerable in private. This is sickening. It's not much we can really say about this besides expressing our disgust about this. But what do y'all think, brother? He should step. I'm asking this to be rhetorical. He should step down, right? and give that post up. What do you
Yes, sir. He should not be allowed around any minors.
should get that post up?
Yeah, he should have to register based off what happened in this report right here. You know, he should be registered just for making that you know, just for asking that child that should be a sex crime for even asking that child to do what he asked him. It just feel weird repeating it, man. It's, you know, I think he should be charged just for asking that child that.
Yeah, you know, he's all the way over there, you know what I'm saying? So nothing we can do about that over here, you know what I'm saying? And they probably wouldn't do it anyway, so nothing we can do about it here. That's all the way over there, and they're actually making excuses for him. So if they're making excuses for him over there and not calling for him to resign and give up their post, you know what I'm saying? People are going to be bringing their children to him because it was a graduation, actually, that he did that at, a graduation event. Again, he did that in public. Now, what kind of damn religion is that when you want to kiss babies in the mouth?
Gotta be a sick one, brother.
I kiss my babies on their cheek, on their forehead. That's it. Their cheeks on their forehead. Cats is crazy, brother.
Super wild, man. You know, I like to know what other people around the world think about the situation. You know, I want to know, is there any other people, whether it be from that country or another country, What type of feedback are we getting about this situation publicly?
Well, I'll say this. I got some of the story. Hold on 1 second, brother. The man is 87 years old. He said he told the boy to come up to the platform where he was seated, motioning to his cheek. He is heard saying, "First here," after which the child kissed him and gave him a hug. The Dalai Lama kept hold of the boy. I think here also. He wanted to kiss him in multiple places. And then playing a kiss on his lips and stuck. And then he said, "Suck my tongue," and suck my tongue. The Dalai Lama then said, sticking out his tongue. Forehead to forehead with the student. The boy quickly stuck out his own tongue and went to move away while the Dalai Lama laughed and pulled the boy in for another hug. As the audience laughed, then he said the spiritual leader then spoke to the boy, advising him to look to those who create peace and happiness and not to follow human beings who always kill each other and other people, before giving him a final hug. So he hugged the boy several times, asked the boy to kiss me here, kiss me here, kiss me here, and then, all the other weird shit. That's weird. And I just hope his parents were sitting there while he was doing all that. If they were sitting there while he did all that, that's crazy.
Man, that's crazy, man. That's just there's no way that I wouldn't have lost my mind in this situation. I don't like nobody getting close to mine anyway. Like I say, the laugh thing, the hugging thing, the kissing thing, I'm always stepping in. You don't have to be that close to my child to show that you care about them or concerned and all that. It was getting weird after the second kiss me here. Okay, now kiss me there. Like that shit was getting weird. Like somebody should have peeped that.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
Should have put a stop to it, actually. Peace to the brother King Genocide. Peace, brother King Genocide. Welcome to the platform, brother.
Good with you. Salute.
Yeah, we're speaking about you. You heard about the Dalai Lama apologizing after kissing the boy?
Yeah, I've listened about that. That's some weird stuff right there. I seen what you call it, like a thumbnail pic, and I had read it, and I said this shit crazy, bro. Like I ain't watched the video, but for what y'all explained, wow, that shit fucking crazy, yo.
Yeah. A lot of weirdo stuff going on, but they doing a pretty good job of while we saying move away from certain things, they doing a pretty good job, like justifying why they should move away from them. They're doing a good job with that.
Oh yeah. It's the proof in the pudding. Like at this point, we ain't even gotta say nothing. From what I was describing, like, for the people there, they might have been going on, who knows, but like, for the most part, you're gonna hear people talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so much going on right now. But yeah, keep going. I'm gonna get myself real quick.
This happened in February too, and he just getting to the family, saying he's sorry for it, apologizing for it. Now I think it's a pile of lies. He's not apologizing; it's a pile of lies because they're justifying that. All they're really trying to do is just clean things up.
You said that happened in February?
Yeah, happened in February.
So he apologizing like right now, though?
Yeah, he's apologizing now.
Yeah. That might be the. I thought I was alright with it, and then I apologize. But that shit crazy. That shit crazy.
Yeah, it's like what they're doing is probably cleaning house and trying to clean the image back up because because outside of them found out actually because they laughed when he was doing it. They laughed about it. It's not a damn thing funny about that.
That shit crazy, bro. Hey, people out here got some weird intentions, and that shit crazy. But I don't know. There might be a custom or something they get, but we don't rock with that shit.
I mean, no, custom. Nah, that's a custom, bro.
Yeah, that's what I listen to.
Somebody needs to go over there, brother, and deal with their whole nation. Then that's what they're doing over there, and that's what they're doing. The babies. That need to be. It need to be some straightening going on, some serious straightening. And not for nothing. No men need to. How the hell you got here? You gonna tell this man he can't have a woman because well, if it's a religion that I can't have a woman, I'd have never got to no religion. Can't have a woman? Out your mind. Gonna tell me I can't have that woman upstairs. You out your mind. Not me. But a lot of them, they want to be so holier than thou and, celibate that they pushing up on the babies. That's weird. 87 years old. That man's shit. Born in the damn 30s. They want to kiss on the baby.
How old you say it was again? Oh,
87.
87. Wow. It's crazy. Well, get seen at that age.
Yeah.
But
it's not much you can say about that. I'm not going to keep going on about that. If y'all want to open up a different topic, we can do so. I should have put open topic afterwards in the title, but brothers want.
You can always re-edit that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. Anybody want to talk about something other than this? We can do so.
I heard about that they leaked some classified government documents about some stuff in Ukraine about the war and shit. They've been warning about the AI shit. Nothing too I don't know. Maybe y'all got something better else to talk about.
What about the BRICS? Britain, Russia, India, China, South Africa. They're trying to come together and destroy the US dollar. That's what they're trying to do, destroy the US dollar. See, people don't understand that the dollar is it's really only backed by military might. And all those people I mentioned have military might. All those people I mentioned can actually fight back. This is not Iran and Iraq and little Afghanistan. You're talking about Britain, Russia, India, China. Just those four alone.
But China and India really kind of don't. Britain and Russia kind of don't get along, and United States, we got bases all over the world. Like if you look at a map of where we got bases at, we got bases everywhere.
You should go state.
But
yeah, that's true. That's
yeah,
true. But what we also got to understand is, you know, when China got over 1 billion people, India got over 1 billion people. Their back number is bigger than our whole population. Their back numbers. When you got 1.4 billion people in your population, that's according to statistics. I don't know how true it is. This is what they're saying. It's 1.something billion people in China, 1.4 billion people in India. That's a lot of people. And all these nations have nukes also. They have nukes also. Some people is not willing to die if they are to kill. When somebody could actually flex muscle and punch you back, you're reluctant to get in a fight with them.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? You really don't want to get in a fight with somebody who can actually punch you back and hit you hard too, just as hard as you can hit. See, a bully will only fight somebody they know they can whoop. But when they got any inclination, this joker can give me a fight, sometimes they want to negotiate. They want to go to the be diplomatic and all that other shit. But if it's a small country like Iraq, the size of Texas, they'll run through them and beat them up, slap them around. You 6'4", a guy 6'3", you could be like, nah, I'm like an inch shorter than him. And he might be able to give me a fight. So you don't want to get into it with somebody your size and somebody who can actually flex a muscle and punch you back. It's different. What you think, my brother?
Yeah, and I like that analogy. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, matter of fact, look, my bad. I'm playing this. I'm on this daggone chess jam. Get my ass whooped. Let me put it down. But yeah, no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, okay, like I'm just kind of explaining it like this in a sense. So we get like, and it's gonna kind of sound funny at first, but you understand what I'm saying. Like, you got Pepsi, you got Coca-Cola, you got Xbox and PlayStation. So when you got different groups, you get competition. So like okay, yeah, we becoming too powerful, but then it's so called if we become too powerful, it'd be too controlling. So that's why it's the other powers out there. And then it kind of keeps the checks and balance all over the world for everybody interested in the parts of the world says. So it is good for people to be able to defend themselves. You see what I'm saying? And that's a good way of explaining it. But at the same time, I think that we should be having bases in Africa because, China's over there now and a lot of stuff is being built. And, Africa is very vast and that's a very strategic point. And a lot of people need some infrastructure to back us up a little bit more too. But at the same time, you got to realize that it's hard for those countries to come together. Like I said, when it comes to China and India, they have their own because they got borders with each other. So it wouldn't seem like if they would come together. The way I've been looking at it from the analysts, what they've been explaining is that China may aid Russia like how the U.S. has been aiding the Ukraine, and you still get the back and forth with China and India because of that mountain range. It's like they actually what they've been doing. They don't really go to war with each other, but India and China they got soldiers on their borderline in between them on the mountains. And they said what they be doing, they be like they be fighting. They don't shoot each other, but they'll fight to the death and stuff like that. So far, so if that's the truth, I don't know, but just a little bit of information on those countries, and that, and then our dollar deflating, we already going through inflation, so something like that where our dollar actually goes down, that'd make shit for us a lot worse than it already is. Just so far as the civilian, not the country, so to say. But what y'all think about that? I'm gonna lay the plane down.
See, our I don't really care if they destroy themselves. I don't, because if I'm going to divorce the system, I welcome them, like, destroying each other. They're just gonna help, our cause if they destroy the system. So, it's like when they was at the Capitol building. When it was at the Capitol building, destroying that. I mean, that's their shit. Let them destroy it. I don't give a damn. I didn't vote for no president, so I don't care who lost. I don't care who won. I don't get involved in that.
Grand Rising.
Peace, brother.
Real quick, we got African Americans worrying about Africa when African Americans should be worrying about America. That's how this system has confused our people. You in America worrying about Africa, but Africa don't give a shit about you. If the so-called slave trade happened, they still haven't asked for their people. But you got African Americans here in America that think that's their homeland only through the miseducation system and the TV propaganda. And I call them lost souls, man, because you losing your intellect to a place you've never been when you're here in America and you ain't even fighting for your American rights. That's what they have did to our people through eugenics. And that's what I think about the Africa. If you have so much love for Africa, go back to Africa and fight for your people. I got love for my people here in America. So I'm not ever going back to Africa. And that's
Right,
all
there's no
respect
back.
to Africa.
There's no back.
Exactly.
There's no back. Never been there.
So, they messed up our chain of thoughts with that African, putting that on our American label. And a lot of our people are African Americans stuck in America, but their brain is in Africa.
I never liked that name, OJ. I never liked the name African American. I never liked that. And I don't ever want to be called an African American.
Yeah. They telling you from Africa, telling you to go back to your homeland when America is your homeland, and they stealing your birthrights and your rights to this land here in America. It's called the double cross, my brother.
Yeah, no doubt.
Much respect, though.
No doubt. I mean, I don't ever want to be called that African American. No, I never liked that. Never liked that.
It was African American, it was black, it was Negro. At this point, we know that something right.
I don't know who said it. I don't know which brother. I think it was Noble. One of those brothers said it. I like the original. I like that. Just be the original, man. That's what we are.
Yeah. But back to that, that
We are the
guy.
original people.
There's no way. I got you, King Genocide. Relax. One
Go ahead,
second. I got you, bro. You all good. Much love, brother. Back to that guy with the tongue, man. There's no way he should be in any position of spiritual leadership of any. That's all I wanted to say. Y'all got it, brother.
Oh, no, go ahead, because you didn't get a chance to speak on that one. You know what I'm saying?
I spoke on it earlier, brother. I got knocked out.
Oh, okay,
Much
okay.
respect to my brother, the enemy, everybody on the panel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look, I definitely he should not be in there. And look, okay, so I'll make a little quick prediction. Watch, all of a sudden they're gonna pick somebody else. I mean, especially at he 83, 87. You know what I'm saying? They probably gonna pick somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Or the person who want to be that next in line probably bought that out to the public so they can be the next one to be able to take that role.
Yeah, what do you think about the Fed now? You heard about the Fed now, OG?
Yes, sir. Basically, after the guy Cash App got killed, they started bringing in the Fed now coin. I wouldn't invest a dime in it. Nothing. Not even a penny.
Yeah, it's
That's what
crazy.
I think about that Fed now coin.
How ironic is that? After he is murdered, they're gonna usher that in.
Well, so what's that? I don't even know about that. Well, you said Fed now coin. What is like?
Fed now is going
Yeah,
to they planning to be the number one like digital coin and transfer currency transfer in the world. And it's ironic that the guy who founded and invented Cash App was found stabbed to death last week.
and basically, to make a long story short, Cash App was doing the same thing that Fed coin. It was invested in Bitcoin. You could, if you had went to your Cash App, you could have bought $20 worth of Bitcoins and let it sat in your Cash App. And basically, you could have either made some money or lost some money with the Bitcoin. It's been going up, so you would have probably made a
I have a
couple
Cash App, but
pennies.
never ever used it, brother. Never
You know what I
used
mean? And right after you, like you said, the owner died, they started talking about the new Fed coin, which is like he said, to basically, you can invest in this coin, like the crypto coin, like the Bitcoin, and it's just crazy how, like you said, they knocked him off and then implemented that coin, which I said I wouldn't invest nothing in. I rest. Y'all got it.
it. Brother Key, do you think that digital coin and stuff like that, or digital transfer, do you think it's controlled?
Yes, yes. I think it's controlled. But I think that there's a bigger agenda. I feel like it's going to be used to um reset the social structure as far as the way they got it. If you're not considered wealthy unless you got more than 5 million. The way it's set up today, I feel like that what it's going to cost to transfer the dollar over to that is going to be, something that we're not even really considering right now at this point. And it's going to be a way to control sales and buys. You know, is we're not going to be able to, cut someone's yard and give them $25 or things like that. Give somebody some money for their birthday, just go in your pocket and pull it out. I think we kind of rushing into the new technology a little bit too quick. We're gonna suffer when this dollar go away. And earlier you was talking about, you know, the Brinks, right? With you're gonna get rid of the dollar. We're actually rushing to get rid of the dollar. And when I say we are, I mean the majority of the people that's here in America. So we fighting to get rid of the dollar, and then it's an outside source that's fighting to topple the dollar. It's bound
No,
to
Brother
happen.
Key, I don't
But
think we're fighting. I think they're implementing. We don't have no choice. They're implementing it without our permission.
Yeah, pretty
yeah,
much. Pretty much.
yeah, I
Because it
think
took me the longest, brother, to get direct deposit. Because my sentiment was always nothing is yours. It's in your hand. It was always my
Exactly.
sentiment. Nothing is yours until it's in your hand.
I'm with
And
you.
I have trust issues when it came to them doing the money transfer. I don't want to hear shit when it's payday. My money better be there. That's how I always was. Because I did the work. I better have my money. It's going to be a situation. And when I said control, Brother Key, was like, you hit on it briefly and subtle. When I say control, I mean like people like us. They'll try to control us because if we say the wrong thing and we do the wrong thing, they from where they're at can just freeze our accounts, deplete our funds, and all that other stuff. That's what I mean by control.
Oh
And
yeah, most definitely.
I never, I always had this trust issue with the system because they do things like that. And for example, you can take Kanye West. He went from having all this money to them hitting a few buttons, and then they depleted some funds, and he down to this now because of what he said. I just don't have no trust and no confidence in anything that they offer us. Because they always offer us something as something new, innovative, but it's always ended up being to our detriment. So I don't trust them. Yet at the same time, if they do away with that dollar, that so-called, fiat money that we have now, that we can go to an ATM machine and get, they do away with that, all that we have, no matter how much we have, not gonna be any good. And knowing them how they move, you're not gonna be able to turn it in and trade it. You're gonna have a whole bunch of goddamn paper. That's how these people move. If you're not with their program and you expose their program, this is how they move. I don't trust them. You can't trust somebody. Every other word that come out their damn mouth is a goddamn lie. You can't trust them. But do you think it's gonna they're gonna be able to pull it off? Like bricks. To any other brothers, yeah. Do you think they're gonna be able to pull it off?
Nah, I mean, actually, I look at it like this. It's a gradual thing. Like, and I've been thinking about this lately. How can that be pulled off? And there's an experiment called the boiling frog experiment, right? Where they put the frog, and I'm pretty sure y'all heard of this. They put the frog in a pot of water, and then they slowly turn up the heat. And because it has a way to, fight off it, it doesn't realize it's heating up. And after a while, it boils. So, like, as we rush into these technologies, dude, right about that shit. Having your physical money still keeps you in the barter system. But when you lose that paper money, you lose the barter system. You lose your ability to buy, sell, and trade on your own. You'll be able to only buy, sell, and trade from what they track you from. You got to realize they already when we using these social medias, they tracking all of our habits, the things we buy, what we say, when our
That's
phone.
true. That's true.
And sell it, and they selling this. They making money off of. Literally, we are helping them, and then they making money off of it against something that is about to be used against us in the future. She's fucking crazy.
Yeah, my
I agree.
answer is yes. They're going to implement it, and because for one, we as the people, we ain't doing nothing to stop them, and also, they implemented something warp speed, meaning no matter what the people try to do, it's going to be implemented. But mainly, like I said, we ain't fighting back. So it's going to be implemented just like You mentioned earlier, my brother, enemies public. We went from having paper checks to direct deposit. We went from having money in the bank to money on a debit card. So they've been implementing all these changes over the last year. And yes, it's going to happen because the people don't have enough kahunas to try to stop it. And I land right there. Much respect.
That's true. That's true. I mean, they just did it so smooth how they did it. And again, it's because of how they introduce it. They make it look so grand and so innovative. And they also make it a little convenient too. Because
Exactly.
if you get paid on Friday and your check is on and your money is on your card on Wednesday and Thursday, that's convenience. You don't have to wait till Friday. So it's ways of them, getting you to, go with the program. And that's how they did it. That's how they ushered it. That's how they ushered it in with us. With these new and so-called innovative things. You see the commercials. There's so many debit cards that's coming out that they make it. They'll tell you that you get paid 2 days earlier. That's how they sell it. You get paid 2 days early. Peace to the brother, Real White, Wrightwood, Stay Love, Hawkeye, Chungus Khan. Peace. With like the brother said in the chat, some of us who indulge in like the sugars, the high fructose corn syrup, the Newports, the vapes, the E&J, the Paul Mason, all that stuff that keep us from having our mind clear. That's a part of the problem with some of our people. Our mind is really never clear, some of us. It's so easy to for us to fall a victim. Well, make ourselves a victim because we're not watching what we're doing. We should always keep our head on a swivel. 360 degrees looking around. When you go, wherever you go, scour the room. Who's there? What's there? You know what I'm saying? We got to scour every room we go in, but, some of us don't do that. We don't get telegraphic memories of what's in a room. When I say a room, I mean this whole entire world. And we shouldn't just jump on something because they introduced it to us and don't accept. I mean, your enemy offer you something. You notice your enemy. You don't take what they offer you. You just deal with what their credibility is and their history is. That's what you deal with. If you know their history and you know their credibility, that's how you deal with them. Regardless of who it is. The person has credibility. That's what credit is, credibility. If you got credit, that means somebody's trusting you. It's the same thing with credibility. Same two words. That means somebody's trusting you. That's how we got to deal with people. If we know these people are not trustworthy, we shouldn't trust them. Yeah, but the program is being ushered in, like Big Dog says, being ushered in, and the people they're not asking the people. They're just telling the people what they're doing. They stand up on the podium and tell the people what they're doing, and nobody stand up and tell them, "Are you fucking crazy? We're not going for that." Nobody stands up and say that. We don't want this. Nobody stands up and say that. Peace to the brother Dominique. Salute to you, brother. If you want to come up, come on up. Any other family want to come up, come up.
Yeah, much love and respect to everybody. I can't get in the chat, but I am seeing it. Much love and respect to everybody.
We can't accept everything people offer us. Turn something down. Damn. What time you supposed to be going this evening, brother OJ?
Probably in the next 5 or 10 minutes, brother.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't gonna be long. I just wanted to, chop it up about the Dalai Lama and that disgusting.
We're gonna do a part 2 to this, and we might even add it on to the Thursday bill.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, we could do a part 2 of this Thursday. That's a part of the system. But we're doing Thursday. We're doing the so-called celebrity bootlicks. We got
it goes right with it, brother. That's what I'm saying. This guy sticking his tongue out to kids, it goes right along with the celebrity bootlickers, brother. You got it.
Yes, sir. we gotta talk about them, brother.
Yes, sir.
If brothers can close out.
I'll go first. Appreciate you, the enemy's public. Much love and respect to you and the family. My brother King Genocide. Much love to everybody in the chat, man. Power to the people. Appreciate all of y'all.
Love you and the family, brother. Salute to you, brother.
Much love back to all of y'all, man. Much love to y'all and you and the family, always.
All right, salute to everybody. Yeah, you gotta bring these topics up because there's a lot of crazy shit going on out here, and you wouldn't believe it until you see it. And I'm glad y'all explained it without me having to actually visually see it. It's pretty disturbing, but I'm out. Salute.
Salute, brother. Yeah, so there's some weirdo stuff right there. I want to say peace to Joe State, 555 TV, Yasini in the house, Real White, Wrightwood to Stay Love, Hawkeye, Brown's Flat Power God, The Realist McCoy, King Genocide, my brother Chris Cyphers TSL, The Realist McCoy, my brother Key Norfolk. You got any last words, brother? Before we close this out.
Been a great bill, brother. Been a great bill. Glad we was able to talk about that Dalai Lama situation, man. Shed a little bit of light on the situation. And hey, man, you already know. Till next time, peace and power, my brother.
Peace and power. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you, King Genocide.
Salute.
Salute to my editor-in-chief, Mrs. The Enemy's Public, the wife. Salute to Nora Party. This is The Enemy's Public. I am Bro.Nasir. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Peace. Public.